Look at the top of the charts in 2026, and you'll notice something missing: humans. The biggest artists pulling in millions of streams right now aren't people at all. They are lines of code and meticulously engineered ambient audio loops. For decades, a hit song required a very specific recipe. You needed a charismatic frontman, a melody that dug into your brain, and an emotional performance that listeners could project their own lives onto. Now, wholly AI acts like Velvet Sundown are generating millions of streams without a single human face attached to the project. AI artists like Zania Monet are signing record deals, while synthetic tracks have begun topping the Billboard Country and Spotify viral charts. With star power now being assigned to biological entities and digital bots with equal frequency, the traditional definition of a music star has been effectively severed from human existence. Major record labels are moving quickly to fill that space. Instead of fighting artificial intelligence, they are actively licensing AI generation tools like Suno and Udio to create their own synthetic catalogs. This flowchart lays out the economic incentive. Developing a human artist requires scouting, studio time, and high-risk marketing. AI generation allows labels to mass-produce thousands of tracks to flood streaming platforms, where the marginal cost of a new song drops to practically zero. The major players in the music business are no longer focused on discovering talent. They have shifted into the business of industrializing sound generation. To see how this mass-produced audio actually reaches your ears, we have to look at how modern platforms distribute content. In 2026, the TikTok algorithm prioritizes one metric above everything else: watch time retention. It simply wants to keep you looking at the screen as long as possible. This map shows data collected across 16 different countries in March 2026. Notice how the nodes are lighting up simultaneously. Across borders and entirely different cultures, standard pop songs are actively losing chart positions to tracks like Sound in the Body, which is just a 7-minute loopable ambient instrumental. This graph illustrates why that happens. Look at the steep drop-off rate for a standard 3-minute pop song. Viewers get bored and scroll away. Now look at the 7-minute ambient loop. It is a sustained flatline. The audio is non-disruptive, so it sits in the background while the viewer keeps watching the video. Creators know this. They are intentionally pairing their videos with these long ambient tracks to artificially inflate their watch time. Right there. Once the retention metric crosses that critical threshold, the algorithm's distribution multiplier activates, forcing the video onto the For You page. The anatomy of a viral track today is rarely about artistic expression. It is strictly a mathematical function designed to exploit platform mechanics. Push a system too far in one direction, and it snaps back. As algorithmic feeds fill up with synthetic, mathematically perfect audio, audiences are actively rejecting it. We are seeing a massive surge in demand for raw, organic instrumentation. Listeners are looking for the exact opposite of hyper-processed, frictionless pop. This craving for authenticity has triggered an unexpected explosion: the 90s rock and nu metal revival. These heavy, aggressive sounds are currently dominating among younger, digitally native listeners. Just look at the visceral intensity of bands like Deftones leading this charge. There is a chaotic, physical energy here that an AI simply cannot replicate. Limp Bizkit is seeing a similar massive resurgence. They are pulling massive crowds with heavy live production, leaning entirely into their aggressive, unpolished stage presence. Younger audiences are utilizing these abrasive, unpolished, and intensely human sounds as a specific tool to break the loop of a sterile, algorithmic feed. This demand for real human connection extends far beyond rock music. We are watching deeply rooted, localized cultural music scale globally at an incredible rate. Regional styles like Música Mexicana have broken past geographical borders by exporting local community trust, a borderless movement that streaming platforms simply accelerated. Compare that deep cultural resonance to organic algorithmic trends, which are often highly localized and fleeting. A specific sound might spike during a hyper-local event like St. Patrick's Day, but it rarely translates into a sustained global movement. An algorithm can easily force a 7-minute ambient sleep loop into millions of feeds overnight, but building true, lasting cultural resonance still requires a shared human experience. By 2026, the traditional boundaries between hip-hop, country, and pop have dissolved into a single, continuous stream of audio. This diagram shows the new industry. The old silos collapse, and everything reorganizes along a single horizontal spectrum. On the left, the synthetic and algorithmic. On the right, the raw and human. That is the only dividing line that matters now. AI has reached a point where it can mass-produce mathematically perfect audio, and in doing so, it has inadvertently made human imperfection the most valuable thing on the market. Algorithms and machines are not replacing human musicians. By saturating the market with frictionless audio, they are actually forcing human artists to lean entirely into their irreplaceable humanity if they want to survive. As the music industry splits down the middle, the choice is ultimately yours. You have to decide which side of this divide you are going to support with your watch time and your wallet. Drop a like on this video and let me know in the comments. Do you believe AI-generated tracks are the future of the charts? Or are you joining the organic rock revival? Make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the algorithms shaping our culture. I'll see you next time on The Viral Scope.